What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And I have to shout out my subscriber, Ryan, for sending these fragrances my way today. He sent me a bunch of samples and I picked out 3 niche fragrances that I've wanted to try for a while. I really appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you. So the first fragrance we're going to take a look at is Amouage's Interlude Black Iris. And yeah, this has just been on my short list for a while, so I was really excited to see it in the bag. So let's get this on strip, guys. If this is your first time finding me, my name is Gerard. Today we're talking about fragrances, and I want to do more of these videos where it's just me talking, giving my first impressions of samples and things I've wanted to try for a while, with no real editing to the video. So let's see. Got to take the cap off if I want to spray it. What do I know about Interlude Black Iris? That it is not for everyone. That's about it. You know, I know it's supposed to be a smoky, resinous, rich fragrance. So, I mean, I'm definitely picking that up in the air, and I'm gonna try all these on strip. So, ooh, yeah, very strong fragrance. Wow. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit medicinal in the air. Very smoky, has a lot of depth, richness to it. Yeah, this for me, I can appreciate the smell. It's not very clean smelling. I mean, I know a lot of people say clean is boring, but for me, this is just, it's not something I would want to really reach for that often, but I can appreciate the quality. The quality just smells amazing. Like if you're smelling a smoky fragrance, okay? You don't want syntheticness to go along with that. You don't want it to smell like junk, because if you want to smell like smoke, that's a whole other vibe. Everything here is quality. I'm getting like resins, incense, maybe even a little amber, but little to no sweetness, very dry fragrance, woody, dark for sure. Dark fragrance, but it's kind of growing on me a little bit. And I think the redeeming quality for me personally, and I do like smoky fragrances, but it has to be really well balanced. I think here, the redeeming quality could be the amber. I don't even know if that's an official note. Let me take a look at the notes. So for the notes, they have violet leaf, rosemary, bergamot, orris, olibanum, myrrh, amber, labdanum, vanilla. Okay, the labdanum, yes. That is standing out, and I really, really like that. Leather, oud, sandalwood, patchouli, and cedar. So yeah, so definitely some dark resinous notes here. Super masculine smelling. I mean, I know these fragrances are really supposed to be unisex from Amouage, but this for me is definitely masculine. Wish I was picking up more of that orris. I mean, again, this could just be because it's off of the strip, but I will say after that initial blast, this is way more interesting, way more wearable, in my opinion, something I would definitely reach for. It's unapologetic in its smokiness. So you really have to be in a mood to reach for this one. I'm gonna put that aside for now. The next fragrance that I wanna give a try is Nishane's Kredo. Nishane's Kredo. And I don't know much about this fragrance other than this is one that a lot of you guys have mentioned, like is part of like your weekly rotations. And so it's one that I've wanted to try for a while because I do read all of the comments and I see what you guys are wearing. And when I see trends, people kind of talking about the same fragrance, this one pops up quite a bit for Nishane. Now, I don't think it's one of Nishane's more popular fragrances, but at least talked about. But for the most part, people know about this one. Okay, so in the air, compared to the Black Iris Interlude, this is far more fresh. It has a freshness to it. I really like this one. Very musky, but like almost like a smooth suede leather. Love it. Yeah, really, really like this one. It's reminding me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on it. maybe like a Brioni Eau de Parfum Intense, similar to that in nature in terms of like the suede, at least when I'm picking up off a strip. But I love the use of the musk here. It is awesome, classy, put together, very refined, really refined. This smells like it could be an everyday scent. There is a little bit of citrus up top. Maybe some sandalwood to go along with that leather. Interesting combination of notes, but this smells great. Let me see what the notes are in this. Okay, so you have cardamom, pink pepper, osmanthus, oud, suede, sandalwood. So yeah, I was right. So the suede and the sandalwood really stand out to me, at least on the strip. And I can see, so the oud, all right, that was a note that for me, until I read that oud is in here, it wasn't the first thing that jumped out to me. It is a very designer type of oud. So very easy to like, not stinky, not skanky oud. I mean, it's woody and has a little bit of sweetness to it. And it's really, really well blended. This is an amazing fragrance. I like this one quite a bit. It even reminds me a little bit of Tom Ford's oud wood. Not in the total fragrance, because I don't get nearly as much, like I don't get leather, suede leather and sandalwood in the Tom Ford. But the way the oud is sort of designed here, it reminds me quite a bit of Tom Ford's oud wood. And that makes sense because that is a really high-end designer, easygoing type of oud. And it's the same here. So very similar use of oud, but I like the addition of that sandalwood. Love it. Amazing. I think it balances everything out. And that suede. That suede is like masculine, sexy, something I would wear like night out. I love this. This is great. Yeah, really impressed with Kredo. Wow. Okay. I might need a full bottle of that one. Moving on. So the last fragrance that I want to try is from the house of Zaharoff, and that is Seraphim Red. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not the biggest fan of Seraphim Blue. I tried to sample that and didn't really like it. Wasn't my thing. I don't know if this is anything like the blue. I'm expecting it to be the opposite, but again, once I smelled that one a couple times, it just wasn't for me. I didn't really wear it, so I haven't smelled it in a long time, so I don't know if I'll necessarily pick it up from this, but let's see what this does. Okay. It's kind of a little bit giving me like baby white vibes. It's a little spicy. It does have some freshness. It's clean smelling. Lavender, I'm sure. There's lavender in here. But heavy baby white vibes on initial impression. Now, I should say I have 2 kids under the age of 8. And I'm not that far removed from diapers. So, you know, it's one of those things that it might just be a scent memory that I've attached to. But right now, yeah, I mean, the one thing, first of all, Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme, one of my favorite fragrances. That fragrance is probably the best from the house if I had to choose one. But I'm picking up sort of an amalgam of some of their other fragrances, like some of the more musky offerings. That's here. So I like those fragrances. Like the original releases from Zaharoff, I really enjoy. But there's something here that isn't quite right for me. I'm gonna take a look at the notes really quick. So looking at the accords, the first thing that jumps out here is marine and salty accords. So that could be it. You know, aquatic notes sometimes for me just they ain't it for me personally. Like, it depends on the fragrance, but you have pine, pink pepper, eucalyptus, sea note salt, seaweed, orange blossom, ylang ylang, amber, sandalwood, white musk, and vetiver. So yeah, so like the sandalwood, the musk, the amber, the vetiver, I like those things. I'm not picking up a lot of pine. Definitely picking up pink pepper. The eucalyptus might be giving me some of that baby white vibe. So I'm definitely picking that up here. It's not my favorite. I think that's probably the note that stands out. Now, keep in mind, this is off a strip. It's not something that I'm wearing right now. If it was something I was wearing, it would probably come across different on my skin, but just on my first impressions of it, not my thing. And I'm actually getting a little bit right now, a little bit of like a feminine leaning floral. So that could be the ylang ylang, but I don't know. Just not my thing. If I had to choose my favorite, hands down, the Nishane. Yeah, the Nishane is awesome. This is so beautiful. Like and this is off a strip, so I'd be really curious to see what it does off a skin. And I do like the Amouage black Interlude Black Iris. This has gotten much better off a strip. Now that it's settled down a little bit. That initial spray in the air was an absolute monster. That thing was like, I don't know how you wear this, but it has settled down quite a bit. Yeah, just for me, it's a little, I guess the word isn't boring. It's so smoky and dark that it almost needs something else to kind of lift it up a little bit, but I can appreciate it. I know why people would like this. It's definitely a mood, a personality. Depending on your personality, is like, I can see this really working for someone. Like maybe a little bit more of a mysterious, quiet type of person. I'm not that, so it just doesn't really fit my vibe, my sort of personality. But I can appreciate the fragrance for what it is. Yeah, I would love to know what you guys think of any of these 3 fragrances that I tried. And again, shout out to Ryan. I mean, he sent me this entire bag of samples. So I'm excited to dig into that. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this and just me trying things for the first time and talking about them. But as always, guys, we are on the road to 28,000 subscribers, and I will do a giveaway once we hit it. Every 1,000 subscribers I add, I do a giveaway. So if you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that hype button, share this video. I truly appreciate it. But until next time, I'll see you in the next video.